Jason Garrett always instead of he doesn't want guys to look up this big time opponent. He's
Yeah.
everyone should be the same, nameless, faceless opponents or whatever. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think the biggest thing is when you're going into games, it's about execution, finding a way to execute your offense regardless of the opponent. Not get lost in what they do so much, but stick to what we do and be who we are and go out and play like we know how to play. This game doesn't change depending on who the opponent is. You just got to dial into what they do systematically and be able to go out and make the plays and make the most of the opportunities.
But y'all recognize that, obviously you want to play better in November and December, and this is the opportunity to really make a statement or...
Yeah, I think this is the time of the year where good teams kind of make that push and teams start to separate themselves from the pack. And, when you're playing a tough opponent like this, towards this time of the year, you really have to be on your P's and Q's. It's important for us to make sure, that we're not hurting ourselves in any ways. Pre-snap penalties, personal fouls. We got to be on top of those little things because a team like New England feasts on, teams messing up and making mistakes.
How important is it they lead the league in takeaways? How important is ball security for a game like this, considering what they do?
It's always huge. You look at the turnover margin. That's always a huge indicator in games, and New England's been good at that for a long time, and especially this year. So it's important for us. We've had a few turnovers this year. We got to protect the ball. We can't give them anything easy. We got to make sure that we're on top of it and protecting it.
Besides the turnovers, when you look at the film, what makes that defense so good?
I think their ability to get after the quarterback with a four-man rush, being able to drop guys in coverage. They play a lot of man-to-man coverage. They try to disrupt you at the line of scrimmage, to throw up the timing with the quarterback. So it's important for us to use our releases and get off the press and get open to make plays downfield.
Sanjay always talks about technique is important in a game like this. How big is it to make sure you're sound, especially fundamentally?
I think it's always important. It's not just this game. It's always an important thing. But this is the type of game where it's basically who can break mentally first. They want to break you mentally. So it's about being able to stay dialed in and stay on top of the little things as far as technique goes when you get late into these ball games.
How do they go about trying to break you mentally?
They throw a bunch of different stuff at you. This is a type of game, like I said, a lot of man-to-man coverage, but they also have a lot of hole players, safeties that's trying to rob, trying to look you up, knock you off of your route. So it's important to continue to play through, and maybe that's where we hit some of those extended plays. Dak's able to roll out, get out of the pocket, and we're able to extend some plays and make some plays downfield.
You've been in a lot of big games throughout your career, so going back to Green Bay, there's certain games that can give you a boost of momentum to finish out the season, and is this a game that can be like that for a team?
I think you do have those games throughout seasons. It could be early in the year, it can be late in the year. Like I said, this is the type of time where teams separate themselves, and when you're playing an opponent like New England has had success over the years, it definitely is, I think, a confidence booster. But again, we got to find a way to win a ball game. That's all we're worried about, is one game at a time and find a way to win this week.
How have y'all worked with Sanjay all year to make sure that you're not the ones who break first mentally?
I think just making sure that we stay on top of it. I think the constant reminders throughout the game, being able to assess what we're getting and what we're seeing, and being able to communicate that on the sideline and continue to press through and find ways to make plays.
Is it more the type of thing where you want to be thinking in the game or thinking so much during the week that it just comes in the game and you don't have to
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's what your preparation's all about, is so when you get in the game you can play fast. You don't have to think about what's going on or what's happening. You can just go out there and do it.
Randall, what makes Stephon Gilmore a really good corner?
I think his ability to stay on top. He don't give up many balls over the top. He's a very handsy guy, and he plays to their system. He does a good job in their defense.
How much better is this passing offense on this quarterback than you thought he might be when he came here?
What do you mean?
You came from Green Bay,
yeah,
where the ball was thrown like 70% of the time. This was a running offense
mm-hmm.
when you joined. How much different is the philosophy than the one you thought you were walking into when you signed here?
I don't think it's different at all. You know, we want to be a balanced offense. You know, we have a great running game. We have the ability to make plays downfield in the passing game. I think we're attacking offense. This is exactly what I thought we could be. And, you know, the biggest thing is finding a way to win games. And sometimes it takes the run, sometimes it takes the pass. And whatever it takes to move the sticks and keep us on the field so we can score points.
What's impressed you most about the way Dak's played the last month and a half?
This is the guy that I thought that he was. You know, whenever I came here during OTAs, I saw the balls that he was throwing. You know, through training camp, he was making plays. This is exactly who I thought he was capable of being, and you know, we're trying to do the best job we can to make plays for him on the outside.
Who did you think he was before you got here, though, when you were at Green Bay?
I honestly didn't know. I didn't know too much. I thought he ran a lot more.
Right.
I didn't know that, you know, he was more of a pocket passer. He doesn't really run that often.
No.
You know, I think that's kind of just the perception that you have when you're not really, you know, I'll watch the game, but I'm not really dialing into what other offenses are doing. You know, whenever you think of the Cowboys, you think of Zeke and you think about the running game and the O-line. You know, but I think we're kind of changing the face of that.
When you went, you said you Super Bowl weekend, you had told Dak, "Come get me." So what was going through your mind when you told him that?
I mean, I knew that they were a playoff contending team. They had just came off the playoff run. You know, it was honestly a joke. It wasn't. It got blown up to be, I think, much more than what it actually was. It was just kind of me walking by, like it was kind of like more of a "What's up? How you doing, man?" type of thing. But you know, it all worked out, and I'm here. But I think what you're seeing is what this offense is capable of. We have a lot of playmakers, a lot of guys that can make big plays at any given time, and you know, he's given us the opportunity to make those plays for him.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.